We were both out of work, so I went back to school with FGI's help. And then we moved up here and I opened a shop and we've been living here ever since.
So you lived a pretty quiet life?
We tried.
Mr. Lennox, I suppose you'd like to know why we're here.
Yes, please.
We got a call from one of your tenants around, Lasky. Mr. Lennox, this is Laura Lasky. Laura, Jim Lennox.
Pleasure.
You, finished with the tenants?
Yeah. So we got a call around 9:08 earlier this evening from your neighbor, Timothy Cicero. He heard loud bangs and thuds coming from here. Your neighbor over there, Pat Jameson, confirmed this. Cicero was about to check what was going on when they heard a scream and a man running out of the apartment towards the stairwell. He and Jameson checked in here and found your wife where she is now.
And then we found this in your vase. Peculiar place to hide something, isn't it?
But a great one at that. I mean, especially when hidden by the flowers, too.
Mr. Lennox, do you have any inkling as to why someone would kill your wife?
No clue.
Well,
All the knives have been same brand, same kind, same everything. It all checks out.
Wait a second! You don't think I have something to do with this, do you?
Calm down, Jim.
no, of course not. Remember, nothing's off the table yet. Even if you didn't commit the murder, the weapon could still have come from your apartment.
Yes, of course. I apologize.
Well, we don't want to impose on the rest of the evening, so, we're done here. Thank you.
This is our job, Jim. We'll find him.
Thanks, John.
You do understand that you will remain a person of interest until the investigation is closed?
Of course. Can I ask you one thing?
Anything.
Catch this guy.
We'll do our best.
I guess this is the time of my life when God stops giving things and starts taking things away.
Now that's not the kind of attitude I want to hear from an upbeat guy like you.
You mind if I tidy up a bit?
We're done here. You can clean up.
Oh, Lucy.
Let me guess.
Nothing.
We're getting nowhere in this investigation.
Look, Chief, interrogating people for 7 hours who weren't even part of it won't do us any good.
I don't want to hear this from you, John. Ed, Ellie, please tell me you got something.
The things I got, you don't have extra coffee and donuts every morning. So, most people, especially those on the floors close to the crime scene, were quite suspicious of a strange man walking halls. But they weren't used to seeing people at night. Also, they told me that the building locks up around 9, so unless you got a key, you're not getting in.
So the killer had to get in before 9 o'clock.
Exactly. Some of them could get the suspect with just another voice and leave in the confidence, but others wasn't so sure. Based on what they remember at the time, they were able to point out that the suspect was wearing a gray trench coat with the collar popped. I was assuming it was to hide his face, and a black fedora with black ribbon around it.
Hey, Lasky, did we get a suspect description yet?
Hold on, John. Let me look.
Anything else?
The apartment owner also mentioned that he saw the suspect walking away from him when he was taking his 9 o'clock rounds. You know, locks up the building and stuff.
He said he didn't think anything of it. He thought it was once again just another tenant. But he did confirm that the suspect was wearing a trench coat and fedora.
So looking for a trench coat bearing, fedora wearing killer,
Here, both Jameson and Sistro described the man as being, well, a male. They described the man being about 5'6", average build, and quite fit. And Jameson also noted he was limping while leaving the crime scene.
So we're looking for about a 5'6", 5'7" guy, average build, limp, and knows his way through the military community.
Not so fast. Jameson said the limp was only slight. It would be easy to cover up.
like when trying to blend in.
Exactly.
You think what I'm thinking?
It can't be that easy.
Maybe he changed his fedora, ditched the trench coat, and ran to the apartment.
I just don't think Jim would do that. I mean, he's my best friend, for pity's sake.
Well, maybe that's even more of a reason. Ever think that maybe having a friend on the force would be the best way to hide something like this?
I just don't think it's him.
Blast it, John! You let your friendship get in the way of your civic duty. You can't say he didn't kill his wife just about for a friend.
How can you even begin contemplating how horrible it's been these past few hours to know that your best friend is being accused of murdering his wife when there is stark proof he didn't do a thing? Now, I know this sounds crazy coming from a cop, but being a cop has told me to look at things from both sides. Yeah, sure, I so knew the victim and the husband, but that doesn't mean you have any right to say to my face that James Matthew Lennox killed his wife.
Now is not a good time, Marshal.
Chief, you need this more than I do.
Thanks.
So, can I speak frankly with you? Don't you think you're going about this all wrong?
Oi, not you two.
No, hear me out. What if John is right and Lennox didn't kill his wife? So what if he sort of fits a description? You, sir, of all people, know that descriptions don't solve crimes.
You're right.
Hey,
Crowley.
There.
Well, now that we're all on the same page, I mean, where do we go from here? I mean, that killer had another victim.
How do we figure?
Well, the door and the door frame were in one piece. And see, there weren't any valuables or money missing from the apartment. So the killer had to be after something more.
Then what about the knife? Where did it come from?
But didn't Emily say all the knives checked out in the kitchen?
What about the time difference?
Well, the murder happened about 9 o'clock last evening.
Right?